It can be both challenging and rewarding being a business owner. The Business by Design Duo podcast is for business owners looking for inspiration and ideas on how they can elevate their leadership and level up their business and profits. We explore all aspects of business ownership with a particular focus on empowering you to be a stronger leader by providing you with the knowledge to cultivate a positive and productive business culture. So join us, Elaine Richards and Tamara Lloyd, founders of Business by Design Duo, for inspired chats with our favourite business owners to uncover their journey, tips and ideas to help you in business.
Welcome back to our listeners, and hello to you, Tamara. Great to see you. What a beautiful day. How are you?
I am excellent. Can't complain when the sun shines in Melbourne. Yes, we're up to podcast 28. How time flies when you're having fun. And I'm excited about the topic today, the power of purpose in business.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know. So powerful.
This is certainly a topic that I think a lot of listeners, or business owners, I should say, may like to go back to the drawing board and revisit.
Absolutely. Just something to reflect on a little bit. And I thought we might start today by just explaining what we mean by purpose in business.
What do you mean, Tamara?
Well, it's the fundamental reason that your company exists. It's not really about the specific product or service that you offer, and it's not even directly about making money, which obviously we do go into business to make money, but it's the deeper reason. It's not to say your current offering or financial goals aren't important, but those things will change and evolve over time. So it's really important to have a think about what is your purpose, and a business that has a strong purpose, helps it serve as a guiding force that influences decision-making, shapes company culture and inspires employees and customers alike. And I wanted to give a little example of this from when we had our real estate business. And I think, we just sort of discussed this before we started the podcast. Ours, I think, was pretty clear. We were very focused in an industry that is often or can be not focused. We were very focused on customer service. Our customers were our traditional customers, but also our staff, I think. You'd agree, like we're very focused on making sure 100%. Our team was, they had a good quality of service at the office. They had everything they needed.
Look, was the end goal. How was that customer's journey?
Yeah.
So it really was the heart and soul of what we were trying to achieve.
It was all about people. So it was about transparency for our customers and our clients and our staff. That was really what it was all about, in an industry that was not always that transparent. So I think that was pretty clear for us, and we became a business of attraction for people that liked our style, which was a bit more open, very people-orientated, friendly, and we had a high level of customer service. And what that did was also attract staff that also held customer service and they wanted to give a good quality of service. It attracted those staff to our business, so therefore we could continue to offer more, a bit higher quality service. And, I guess when we sold the business, we really were known for that. When the business started, we had to continually build on that and learn from mistakes and all the rest of it. But we got to the, everything that we did was revolved around making sure we offered a high quality of service and were transparent to staff and clients.
And it's almost like we had to, like you mentioned it, building, getting the traction. Yeah. And then once you had that inside your business, it just flew, didn't it?
Yeah, it just snowballed.
Yeah, and I feel for other, I used to always go, I know what our point of difference is, and it certainly was that, but our customers could truly feel that. And certainly I think if you have that purpose and you understand it and you can sell it, and the client can really feel it, it's a win-win. And
it becomes your point of difference. It becomes your selling point.
Becomes easy too, though, doesn't it?
And it's genuine. It's not fake. It's not, we do this, but we don't really do this, So I think it's, and for other businesses it may be completely different. It could be really around sustainability and the environment and, so there can be, obviously vastly different purposes of a business, but that was for us in our industry, and that was aligned with our personalities.
It also, if you have that true passion and that purpose, if it's not delivered, it really can affect you. And I know that I was really pedantic about it, and to the point where I had to rein myself in sometimes when
you'd be very passionate
when things didn't go as planned. But life happens, and not everyone necessarily can be as passionate as you are. But I feel like you can really succeed and do well in business if you have the right idea and understanding of what it is that is your purpose in business. So
100%.
So touching on a few aspects of the purpose in your business, one was obviously employee motivation and engagement. If you can deliver and share with your team around what your true purpose is, and they're all aligned and they all follow in suit and have the same passion and drive as you do, it's going to be a really well-oiled machine, cohesive team, and it's going to be a nice, pleasant environment.
Well, they're all on the same page, aren't they? They all want to, they're all aligned with that purpose, whether it was said, sustainability in some different organisations. For us, it was that high level of customer service.
And we used to reiterate that to our team on a weekly basis. And in time, they were all on the bus.
It wasn't even weekly. I'd say it was daily, hourly,
And we would reward our team. So if they delivered, and a couple of little things that come to mind is someone who walks into our office, not necessarily for anything that we can provide them, just it might be a question on where is such and such in the street. Our team were very obliging and accommodating, and that would come back to us. So quite often it was the receptionist. It would start there. That purpose that they were, I'm here to deliver. I'm the front of the first impression inside this business. If I do this well, it's going to flow on. And
it's funny you talk about that, because I remember on a few occasions, not just one, I would say several, our receptionist received flowers or a little gift because she helped someone, and their question or what they needed had nothing to do with our business.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it did, but often it didn't, or we would have no financial gain from helping that person, but she would do it because high quality customer service and genuine care for people was, the purpose of the business, and that was her purpose, and she was fully aligned.
Yeah, 100%. And I would always say to my team, it's not always about what you're going to get out of a deal, or, if we would go out and meet people and do an appraisal, and I would say, look, it's okay, you've got to connect, but at the end of the day, if they don't want to come on board with me, that's all right. If I've delivered all the information I need to, and I've made a connection with them, if it doesn't come back to me now in that transaction, I know it will come back to me, whether it's a positive review or I've been so helpful that they might, in 3 months' time, be back on my door saying, hey, you helped me with this. If I've got the true purpose and the passion in and being present with my clients, I know it will come back. It might be, you're right, it might be a referral.
Yeah, but, absolutely.
But certainly in employee motivation and engagement, and I think our team did that really well.
So the other one that I want to talk about is attracting and retaining talent. So I know that even in our interviews, when we would interview staff, when we would sort of talk about the things that we were passionate about within our business, they could see it was genuine because it was coming, was really our purpose, which was high quality customer service, and that was for the team and the staff, having a great environment for them as well as for clients, and the transparency. And there was, very rare a situation if there was someone that we really wanted to recruit, particularly in the property management space and administration, I would say. Sales is a bit of a different beast because there's commissions and things involved, but that they didn't want to come on board because, and if they didn't, there's a couple of situations, they actually still ended up coming back to us, even if they'd started somewhere else for a week or two. There's a couple of situations where they came back to us as they're like, the money wasn't worth, like, I want
the grass isn't greener on the other side. That's exactly right. And there was a period in the real estate industry where salaries went sky high and there was a lot of poaching going on. And we said to each other, we're not going to fall into that trap. We know we have a fantastic business. We have a great culture and it is a business of attraction.
You've got to be able to afford to run your business.
Exactly. But we're not also going to be dictated to when it comes to the salary side of things, because there's more to life than, whilst it is very important to have the remuneration that you strive for, but there's more involved, and you're spending 8 hours minimum inside a business. There's more quality there than just the.
I think the other thing for us is that we wanted to attract people that really wanted to work for us. We didn't want people coming to us just because of the money. You know, it was important that yes, money is important, and obviously we offered a very fair remuneration, usually above award.
Absolutely.
But not to the point of ridiculous, because then you're buying people and that's only going to last short term anyway, as it did in several situations where people came back to us days, weeks, months later, years later even, and said, okay, yes, I want to work for you. So,
but also on that, Tamara, we had a lot of recruiters that would call us saying, hey, we've got such and such, they really want to come and work with you. We didn't necessarily have any positions, but it happened quite a lot in the end, and that's something to be proud of. And that 100%. Is because we had a purpose and we knew exactly what that was, and so too did our team, and everyone worked.
And the recruiters renew, and so that I think that's the thing. You get a reputation in your industry if you have a really clear purpose and it aligns with people in the community. Then you're going to attract the right people for recruitment. You're going to retain staff better, and we'll talk about it in a moment. But also, I think the customer side of things, you attract customers as well who 100%. Align with that.
Well, that is actually our next one is the customer loyalty and trust. Purpose-driven businesses often connect with customers on a deeper level, and I know personal experience myself. I was all about the trust, and if you are honest, hardworking, and dedicated to really delivering on quality customer care, they feel that and they will love that. And it was certainly our point of difference, and I feel that we really nailed this in our business.
Well, they referred a lot of clients, and I think that's, for us, whether it was the sales side of things, property management, or just for advice. And that was also another thing I think that you and I and our team did really well, was we were there to offer advice to people. Even if we weren't going to get anything out of it, we would spend the time with them. And the amount of business that we got from even just that, whether it was that particular person down the track or them referring someone down the track, because they could see we genuinely cared and we actually genuinely wanted to help them, and we were transparent and spent the time. And it was just, again, about the people.
Absolutely. And still to this day, I mean, we sold our business, 14, 15 months ago. I still get calls from customers that just want to ask my opinion on something. And I think that's fantastic. And they're always like, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, please don't. That's what I love about being in business. I love that I can be supportive and assist and have some form of assistance to them or a referral for them. So if I can't help them, I'll find someone that can.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's that genuine care and customer service, regardless if you're going to get anything out of it or not.
But it's the passion, and that's why I went into business. You're the same, and customers get it.
Absolutely.
They relate, they connect. Decision making and strategy is the next one. Obviously, when you're making decisions inside your business, you've got to look at the end goal, I suppose, and what it is, the purpose of why you're in business, and making sure that it is all aligned. So, again, over time, when in our industry we had to pivot and change, but also look at if areas of concern or complaints and things like that. Where have we failed? And going back to that purpose and really what our heart and soul is in why we had the business we did. So that would form some of the decision-making process that we would have to look at. And again, I think for business owners, you really need to sit down and reflect and dive into your business and see, have I got it right? Have I got it slightly wrong? How could I improve it?
That purpose should be your guiding principle through your
100%.
business when you're making decisions. For us, I know one thing that comes to mind was technology, and
Yeah, great one.
because we wanted to be really transparent with our staff as well as our customers. So we would look at technology that allowed transparency and for people to access information themselves and for all the information to be there. Even like on our database for our staff, they could see all the interactions with other staff within the business for every client, so they had a full picture, because we wanted them to see what was going on so they could offer a better quality of service, it caused less issues and all the rest of it. So, definitely I think, having that purpose should help you with your decision-making within your business.
100%.
The next one to look at, social and environmental impact. I guess this is one that is becoming bigger and bigger. We probably had this to a point. Obviously, we went paperless, like a lot of businesses have done. Also, recycling and all those sort of things. But I know other businesses go next level to this. It might depend a little bit on your business. I know a hairdresser that's all very much, I think they're vegan and all environmental and all the rest of it. So, different industries. And then she attracts people that align with that. So I think, you're more and more, it's going to be more important for businesses to have that that purpose that does have something around social environmental impact as we move into the next phase. And also, I think this younger generation is more focused on that too.
Absolutely.
So hopefully that's helped our business owners listening a bit and kind of reflecting on what their purpose is and does that help them guide decisions? Are their team really clear on that purpose?
Well, I think,
and is it the purpose? Does it feel genuine? It's because it isn't just about the money side of things.
no, and I do question whether business owners out there have actually got a purpose that they are truly aligned with. But not only that, does their team know what that purpose is?
Yeah.
So I encourage listeners to reflect on that, and maybe they need to reset and realign and write it down.
And it should be simple. It's only, and your purpose isn't long. It's not a long-winded novel. It's a 1 or 2 sentences.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, I think that's all I've got on my list here, Tamara, for the power of purpose in business.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. I hope our listeners did.
yeah, absolutely. And we look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks when we'll be back with the next podcast.
And also, if there's any topics you'd like us to touch on or cover, or if you've got any questions, you can certainly send them through to us.
Absolutely. And maybe it's worth mentioning our quiz. Yes. So we're going to start talking a little bit more about archetypes in the next few episodes. And if you're interested in finding out what your main leadership archetype might be, jump onto our website, businessbydesignduo.com.au, and have a look at the top. There's a link there for our leadership archetype quiz. Go and do that. It takes 5 minutes. And it's not the full assessment, but it will give you probably an idea of what one of your top archetypes might be. And then when you're listening over the next, sort of few episodes, or you would jump onto our website and have a little bit more look at some of the information, you get a bit of an understanding, a bit more insight into your leadership style.
Which will be helpful for when we start rolling this out.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
so excited, and I know our listeners are going to love it. So
Absolutely.
stay tuned.
Wonderful. Well,
Have a
thank
great
you
day.
and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Tam. Bye. Thank you for tuning in, and congratulations on getting to the end. If you loved this episode, why don't you hit the subscribe button, share this podcast with a friend, and leave a review. Reviews and referrals are the best way to help a small business. If you are interested in downloading any of our free business resources, go to businessbydesignduo.com.au and click on the Business Resources tab. We're Elaine and Tamara, and we can't wait to have you back for our next episode. You can connect with us on socials, Business by Design Duo, or go to our website, businessbydesignduo.com.au. Have an amazing day.